Welcome back to the stream. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to get into a variety of topics, but this first topic, hot off the press, this specific senator wants to make the $7,500 federal tax credit just a little bit stricter. He is asking the Treasury, the one that government officials that give out all the money, to make it just a little bit stricter. So we'll talk about that, plus a variety of topics. But before we do that, let's roll that intro really quick. All right, so thanks for watching another stream. Thanks for watching another video. My name is Dennis, and I love talking about Tesla hacking, as I like to call it, but basically just getting the best thing on Tesla at the best financing rate. So definitely hit that subscribe if you're interested. And today's video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link down below in the description, where you can support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there with all the best interest rates for financing your Tesla, all better than Tesla financing. So definitely check it out. Patreon link down below in the description. But let us take a look at this. So if you don't know, on a Tesla Model 3 or Model Y right now, you can get a $7,500 federal tax credit. Of course, this is not point of sale at the time of delivery. That's next year. And this is something that if you're in the income limits, you get that $7,500 at the when you file for your taxes next year. But one thing that we've definitely been aware about is that this tax credit does get stricter next year, but it gets stricter based upon the vehicles. The first one right here is minimum percentage of battery components produced or manufactured in North America. Right now it's 50% of that. And right now Tesla does qualify for the Model 3 and Model Y, but you can see next year it goes up to 60% of those specific vehicles that have to qualify for that. And the other caveat, this first bucket right here, this first line is $3,750 worth. The second one is minimum percentage of critical minerals extracted or processed or recycled in nations with free trade agreements. Right now it's 40%, and that goes up to 50% next year. That's the other 3,750. So if you did quick math, you can tell that 3,750 plus 3,750 equals this 7,500 federal tax credit for the Model 3 and the Model Y. And that's kind of why on Tesla's website, it does say that the 7,500 federal tax credit is expected to reduce to 3,750 on December 31st, pending federal guidance, because they are not figuring out, they're not expecting that this vehicle will qualify for the full 7,500, and they do feel like it is going to get cut in half. And some of those inklings might be correct, because right now we've got a new article from Reuters. Senator asked Treasury to bar Chinese battery firms' minerals from the U.S. EV tax credit. What this is Senator Joe Manchin, who signed and approved this or got this bill through the Inflation Reduction Act of all the EV tax credits. He's finally realizing that a lot of different vehicles, or not, he's not finally realizing, he's realized probably for a while now that a lot of different vehicles are circumventing their whatever it is to get around that full 7,500, and a lot of vehicles are qualifying for that full amount for all of the different vehicle sales. One big way that people are getting around this is the leasing. If you lease any of the vehicles, you can get it because it's a commercial lease, so the financing bank and you are not actually taking ownership of the vehicle, and the financial company actually is, and so they're getting the 7,500 federal tax rate, and then they're passing it right to you. And so now Senator Manchin is trying to push the U.S. Treasury to actually enforce and provide more stricter guidelines for the 7,500 federal tax rate to, quote, to adopt the strictest possible standards to prevent Chinese-produced minerals or Chinese battery companies from winning electric vehicle tax credit. Manchin's whole shtick is that he wants this 7,500 federal tax credit to go to U.S. companies, maybe U.S. companies like Tesla, and so he doesn't want want any of that money to go to other vehicles that might be sourced for the battery minerals or whatever. And so that's why he's pushing to get this more strict for 2024, or really just strict now. So that's why this all could change next year. So definitely be aware of it. If you're looking to buy a Tesla now, that could be a catch-22 where yes, there could be more discounts, or yes, there could be a point of sale discount for the $7,500 federal tax credit, but it could also get a lot more stricter. And so maybe that's why Tesla kind of knows this. They know that this might be coming in the near future. And so they're trying to get ahead of it and tell people that, hey, the Model 3 might not actually qualify for the full $7,500. And so try and take delivery now. But of course, this is probably not the case. They probably realize that this Model 3 is old now, especially with the new one coming out all over the world. And we've got this Model 3 Highland coming out in this near future. But let me know what your thoughts on it. Let me know what you're thinking. We're going to jump into the next topic. But before we do that, this video is actually sponsored by my Patreon link. Down below in the description is a Patreon link. Support the channel and get access to the ultimate Tesla buying guide out there. So definitely check it out if you are interested.